Hey guys, my name is Kaylin. I also go by kaycreigh here on YouTube, and welcome to my first ever top 10 video. I am so excited to be doing this today, and I figured what better top 10 to start with as a PokeTuber than my top 10 favorite Pokemon. I do want to note before we get into the video that I did not include any evolutions in this list, because if I did, I would have to retitle this video my top 10 favorite evolutions plus Eevee and a couple other random guys to fill in the empty slots, and that does not have a good ring. So I figure why don't I just do a top 5 favorite evolutions video at another time. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started. Number 10, Frostlass. On top of being a beautiful ice ghost kimono creature, Frostlass also has some incredible Pokédex entries. The Ultra Sun Pokédex entry for Frostlass says that when men come to mountains to hike, she goes after them, but only the ones that she finds handsome. Her Moon Pokédex entry says that the food that she most enjoys is the souls of men. And then her Sun Pokédex entry says that she adorns the cave that she lives in with the bodies of her victims. So, like, mood? Basically, what Frostlass does is she sees a boy that she likes, she says, I bet that's a tasty soul, and then she eats his soul, freezes his body, and displays it in her cave home forever. And, like, you go, girlfriend. Number 9, Kingdra. Growing up watching the anime, I loved Misty's Horsey and I thought that it was so cute. Then later on down the road, playing Soul Silver finally, getting to the Blackthorn Gym and getting my butt handed to me by Claire's Kingdra. 1, respect. 2, I was so excited to learn that this little tiny horsey evolved into this majestic seahorse dragon that then ruined me. But you know, that's beside the point. All respect here. Not to mention, its shiny is incredible. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Number 8,
Gigalith. I started off really disliking Roggenrola. My initial thoughts were something along the line of, why is this rock with a hole in its face and feet a Pokemon? But then I ended up capturing one in a Nuzlocke I did of Pokemon White version. I evolved it into this majestic rock stalagmite beast, Gigalith. That thing was a tank and I could always count on it, and I had a whole new respect for it. And then I saw Gigalith's shiny. This thing's shiny is incredible. Top 5, if not first ever favorite shiny of all time. So yeah, Gigalith, you made your way into my top 10 favorite Pokemon list. Great job, you glorious beast. Number 7, Marshadow. So this is a relatively new addition to my top 10 favorite Pokemon list. But the second that I saw this little guy, my heart broke in the best way. On top of that, after getting him from this thing and actually using him in battle and realizing that he is an unstoppable force of sheer power, he is tiny but mighty. This is what I want to be in my life. This is my spirit Pokemon right here. I hear that he's kind of a little poop in the Pokemon I Choose You movie. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm kind of glad because I don't want them to ruin my opinion of him, but I just wanna hold him and hug him.
number 6,
Chandelure. I know that the Gen 5 inanimate object Pokemon get a lot of heat for being kind of cop-outs or lazy or whatever, but 1, I don't agree. 2, Chandelure is beautiful and powerful, and I love that it's a chandelier. I want one in my apartment. I love the fact that Litwick is just this little adorable candle who sucks the life force out of anyone and everyone that it meets without discretion. And then it evolves into this beautiful chandelier. Sia would be so proud. Speaking of Sia, I use a chandelier competitively and its nickname is Sia.
Number 5. Mega Mawile.
I always loved Mawile. I always thought that its design was cool. I loved that it was based off of the Japanese two-mouthed woman. If you have not heard the story of the two-mouthed woman, there are a lot of different iterations of the tale, but it's really cool. Recommend looking it up. Unfortunately, little Mawile had abysmal stats, but then everything changed when Mega Mawile was introduced. Mega Mawile with huge power, which is an ability that doubles the attack of the Pokemon. It doubles it. This thing is unstoppable. Sure, it's slow, but run it with a Chandelure with Trick Room and you got yourself a strategy. Just like, we'll bite you. Wah. Yeah, I think that just about sums it up for Mega Mawile. Number 4, Whimsicott. On top of being my favorite Generation 5 Pokemon, Whimsicott is also my 4th favorite Pokemon of all time. It is so fluffy. I just want to hold it. And its shiny is amazing. It looks like Easter candy. On top of being adorable, it's actually really, really good in battle. I love using it in playthroughs. And a little baby Whimsicott with Prankster could mess you up. I promise. So yeah, let's see. Cute, fluffy, incredible shiny, want to hug. I think that about covers it. Number 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Number 3. Quagsire. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I love this big old blob. And I think that Wooper is one of the cutest Pokemon of all time. The fact that it evolves into this big old blob that just floats around and bumps its head on things and can't even be bothered to care because it's so happy. Of course the thing is gonna be in my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Number 2, Chikorita. For those of you who are watching my Soul Silver Nuzlocke, you are not at all surprised that Chikorita has made it onto this list. In that Nuzlocke, I have a little Chikorita named Petal. He is my favorite little baby. Chikorita was the first starter Pokemon that I ever chose, other than the Eevee that you get in Pokemon XD. You never get over your first starter Pokemon. Chikorita is my heart. Before we get to the number 1 slot and reveal my favorite Pokemon of all time, I do want to give a few honorable mentions. Miss Magius, for reasons very similar to Frostlass. Rapidash, because it's a flaming horse. Lilligant, because she's so pretty and I love her shiny. And my dog. How is this not your favorite Pokemon ever? Number 1, Vulpix, both Kanto and Alolan forms. So you know how when you were a kid and you first discovered pizza and you thought that it was just like the greatest thing that has ever been invented on this planet and you wanted nothing else but pizza for the rest of your life? And then, one day, you discovered Papa John's garlic dipping sauce. Vulpix is pizza, but Alolan Vulpix is the introduction of garlic dipping sauce to the pizza. I know you know what I'm talking about. Other than my dog, they are the cutest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. I also love Ninetales, both regular and Alolan forms. I think that they're gorgeous. So why don't we just go ahead and throw them in here too. I don't know if you guys have seen Alolan Ninetales Pokédex entry from Ultra Sun, but it says, the reason that it guides people down to the base of the mountain is that it wants them to hurry up and leave. Me! So that concludes my first ever top 10 video, my top 10 favorite Pokemon. This was probably the hardest list that I've ever had to make in my entire life because there are over 800 of these guys now and I don't really dislike any of them. Well, except for maybe Hoppip. Let me know if any of your favorites made it onto the list, and if they didn't, let me know what some of your favorite Pokemon are. I would love to hear about it in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more top 10s or videos of this nature, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you have not already and you think that you'd like to see more content like this. Also, check out the Soul Silver Nuzlocke that I'm running on my channel. I'll put a little link to the playlist at the end of the video here. And I guess that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you have an excellent day and tune in next time for more shenanigans. Bye!